Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe down below, and without much further ado, let's get on with the video. Hello everyone. There's a lot going on today. I just felt the need to put purple on my face and it kind of escalated to this. I have had so many questions about what a bullet journal is, how to get started, how to do the theming, all that kind of stuff, and I'm finally gonna explain how I bullet journal and explain just what it is, and yeah. For those of you that have zero idea what a bullet journal is, it's basically a diary, but you completely make it yourself, you make it your own. The main gist of it is that you bullet your day. So you have tasks that you do, or you want to track your sleep schedule, stuff like that. You can really do anything you want. I know that my bullet journaling is slightly different to the traditional one. If you want to see traditional bullet journals, then I'm sure you can find loads and loads and loads of them here on YouTube or on Instagram. I use mine more to track what I do than to set myself goals and tasks for the future. So mine is more about remembering what I've done. A misconception about bullet journals that I want to snub on the toe, that's not a phrase, snub on the... basically just stop the idea that you have to follow rules to bullet journal. Bullet journaling can be literally anything you want it to be. The basic idea of it, yes, does have its specifics, but in general it's just a way for you to track yourself. The way I bullet journal is very straightforward. I have the same layout consistently throughout the whole year, and then each month is themed to a favourite film of mine, or a favourite TV series, or just something I really love that kind of means something for the month that it is. So for example, when I went to Disneyland Paris last year in June, it was a Disneyland Paris themed page. When Frozen came out, it was Frozen themed. When Star Wars came out, it was Star Wars themed. I love me some films, I love me some TV, and I just thought, why not incorporate that into bullet journaling and do it that way. The reason why I love bullet journaling so much is not necessarily the idea of tracking things. I enjoy that because I forget things quite easily, so having this kind of thing to look back on for my mood tracker and also my sleep tracker and all that kind of stuff is very useful for me. However, I love bullet journaling because it gives me a reason to have to draw something every single month, and it's also very therapeutic. I know a lot of people are like, I do not have time for that, but for me, I kind of take a day, or I do it over a course of a few days, and I do it in sections. Now for the basics of my bullet journaling materials, let's call them. The first thing obviously is a bullet journal. Now this one I got on Amazon last year, and then I rebought it for this year's bullet journal, and it's just the Beachmore Books dotted A5 journal. Now the last time I checked on Amazon it was actually sold out, but hopefully it comes back in stock. If not, you just want a thick paged dotted journal. Dotted. I mean, you can do it blank if you want to, but the dots really help kind of keep lines straight and all that kind of stuff. And you also want thick paper. This one is 120 in thickness of paper. Anything thinner, you probably will have pens leaking through it. But if you're someone that wants to bullet journal just using pencils or even gel pens, I think don't leak through thinner paper, then go ahead, do that. I will say I bought one originally for this year from Typo. I started writing in it, and the pen, it didn't leak through, it just showed through the page so much that I was just kind of like, this is going to annoy me for the whole year. So then I bought this one, and then I gave that other book to my mum, who just likes to write. I've painted in these, I've used pencils in these, and I've also used felt tips in these. They do not leak at all. It has not leaked once. The other basics that I use are pens and rubbers and pencils and all that fun stuff. The pens I tend to use for the actual writing in the journal are these ones I get from Poundland. Now I've been getting these since, oh god, halfway through secondary school. I found them in Poundland, obviously £1 for 5, stunning, and they're just really nice gel pens. They just write so smoothly, okay? They're not too thick, they're not scratchy, they're just perfect, and I love them. And then the other pen I use is fine line pens. These ones are the Uni Pin Fine Line Water and Fade Proof Pigment Ink. The next thing, obviously a pencil. I just have any pencil I find. Oh god. I think I broke my pencil. A pencil is something I very much need to kind of sort out what I want to draw and where I want to put things, so then I can go in later with a felt tip. I also have a rubber. This one I love so much. It's actually halfway out. That's sad. This one I got from Paper Chase, and why I really like it is because it's like a pen, so it just, you can rub out like that, and it just, very simple things. Also, if you're prone to mistakes like me, Tip X is your best friend. I forgot to find my ruler. I don't know where it is, but I have a stitch ruler and it's really cute. But they are another thing that I would say is crucial for my bullet journals because I like my boxes to be as straight as possible. But then the last thing that I use in my bullet journals, and I've used different things, as I said, I've painted in them, I've used pencils, but felt tips has always been the best thing for me to use. I just feel like it kind of makes it better. I don't know, I think I can have more control over it than painting, or even pencils are just too light. Currently I have the Crayola Super Tips washable markers, 12 of them, different colours. Wow. I will say that Sharpie goes through the pages, and also like the Pro marker pens. Now we're gonna go and have a look back through my bullet journal. The first page I have is goals, but I have not done anything for that page because my only goal this year was to work out in Walt Disney World, and we all know where that went, so yeah. The next page is just a general mood tracker. I obviously haven't filled out March and April's yet, but basically each month I do a mood tracker, and then I want to put it into this so I can see what days I've been depressed, what days I've been anxious, what days I've felt sick, and, you know, just kind of keep track of that. The next one is my period tracker, which I think is genius. Let me just say that right now, okay? So the way I do it is I have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, etc. And then loads of dots going up for each day of the month, and then I just circle what days the pain kicks in. But it's Ghostface, because he's gonna gut you like a fish, and that's what it feels like. It hurts. Moving on to January, I did a Jumanji theme. People are always like, how are you so good at drawing? Or like, how do I draw that? It's really just practicing. Having this has made me a better drawer, and also actually improved my makeup, and my makeup has improved my drawing. It's literally just practice, and I still have so much to learn about drawing, so yeah. Yeah. Anyone can draw. Don't think you can't, because you can, okay? Okay. Moving on to the next two pages, you have my mood tracker and then my sleep tracker. So my mood tracker is obviously the playing pieces of Jumanji, and then my sleep tracker was this purple plant from the film, which is the one that kind of stabs Judy in the neck and then she passes out because, you know, sleeping, passing out. Yeah. February was Merlin themed because I love Merlin, and obviously this is Excalibur in the stone. Then I have my mood tracker, which is the dragon eggs. Then I have, this is one of my favourite pages and one of my favourite ideas I've ever had. This is the dagger from the first episode of Merlin, right? If you remember the first episode of Merlin, she sings a song and puts everyone to sleep. This is the English translation of that song. I think I'm a genius. That's all I'm gonna say. March, this I am annoyed about because I messed up. But March was a Birds of Prey themed one because I saw Birds of Prey and absolutely adored that film. My mood tracker was diamonds because if you've seen the film you understand that. And then my sleep tracker just kind of was like her tattoo and like it says rotten at the top. Now we come on to April, which I love this so much. So this isn't actually my idea. This is a piece of art that I found online and I just redrew it. I have no idea who the original artist was, and I'm kind of mad about that, but I couldn't find it anywhere. If anyone knows who the original artist is, please tell me and I shall give them credit where it's due. But I just loved this whole idea. And obviously if you don't get the reference, it's Scream, which is my favourite film, and I just really felt the need to do a Scream one because I was watching Starkey's live stream of them recounting the script and going through the film, and I was just like, I'm doing it. So my mood tracker was popcorn, Jiffy Pop, because obviously that's in the beginning of the film. And then my sleep tracker was I'll be right back, and then the dagger because sleep is like momentary dying. What? I don't know. And now we come on to May. This one is Animal Crossing themed because I have Animal Crossing New Horizons and I've been playing it non-stop, and it's stressing me out how much I'm playing it, but it's also extremely fun and my island is looking lit. So the way I did it was I first drew out all of the pages in pencil. This you haven't seen because this is what takes me so long, and the reason why I didn't really want to film it because it's just me drawing as best as I can. Next, I just went over everything in a black fine liner. This is just kind of, you know, to get it all in the right places, to make sure everything's lit before I go back in with like colouring it in and making it more detailed. This is where I also fill in things like my sleep tracker. This takes me, I think, 10 minutes just to write out 10 to 2 consistently for 31 days. It's a tedious thing, but also very therapeutic, but also very annoying. But, you know, it's done now. I also fill in things like the calendar page, which obviously now you can see is just kind of a day-to-day calendar view, so I can put everything and all my information down there and then, you know, put it into the rest of my book when I can. Probably one of my favourite things about the bullet journal, the most therapeutic thing, is drawing out the lines for each of the days on the week by week pages. I don't know, there's just something very therapeutic about drawing line after line after line. And this month I had 4 pages, sometimes it is 5, and I tend to try and end the week instead of the month, if that makes sense. So if a week goes into the next month, then I shall just do it like that and then start the next month one from the Monday. So it's always Monday to Sunday. It's never like a random Tuesday to Tuesday kind of thing, you know? It's very consistent. It does mean sometimes I have part of the next month in the previous month, but you know, it's not a big deal. And again, I said it's for me and I understand it, so we go with it. Now, after I've done all of the black fine line drawing, I go back in with colour, the fun thing that is colour, and I just colour things in. There's really nothing special to say about this, so I'm just going to kind of speed through my colouring. As I said, I use just normal felt tips, which do leave lines, which can be annoying, but at the same time, it's chill. It's chill. It gives it a more homely feel, you know? People ask me how I get my ideas, and most of the time it's just things that remind me of the thing that I want to theme the month on. So for example, when I did a Harry Potter one, my mood tracker was potion bottles, or when I did a Star Wars one, my front page was the poster of Rey and Kylo Ren fighting because it just fit really nicely. It's stuff like that. It's just kind of keeping in with a theme and trying to come up with fun ideas as well that make me laugh, like the sleep tracker, the whole ready to wrap things up for now, save and end. I thought that was genius, and that was the reason why I wanted to do Animal Crossing, actually, because of that idea. And then I did want to incorporate my favourite Animal Crossing character, which is Tangy, but it just felt more New Horizons style to just stick with the workers on the island. So if we just do a really quick tour of those pages, the first page is Timmy, Tommy and Nook, and it just says May, and they're in their cute little outfits that they wear in the game. The next 2 pages is obviously my mood tracker, which is the leaves and balloons, and then I have my sleep tracker, which is the ready to wrap things up for now. The next page is my calendar view, which, as I said, is very bare, but you know, it's my birthday on the 31st, so at least we've got something to look forward to. Then I have week 1, which is the 4th of May to the 10th, which is Blathers, then the 11th to the 17th is Isabel, 18th to the 24th is Mabel, and then the 25th to the 31st is Sable, and they are just cuties. And there you go, my May theme is Animal Crossing. I think it's very cute. I'm still very, very pleased with my sleep tracker. As I said, bullet journaling can be anything you want it to be. My bullet journal looks completely different to my friend's bullet journal, and their one looks completely different to someone else's. It is completely a you thing. There is a lot of templates that you can go through if you wanted to start off, but you don't want the complete control, if that makes sense. If you want to kind of pick and choose what kind of thing you want to make until you find your style, that's completely fine. And there are so many amazing accounts on Instagram that do bullet journals, but it's really that simple. You have the freedom to experiment with a journal that you can make completely your own. Like, I used to have a lot of like weekly planners and a lot of things to write down lists and to try and remember things, and I have my things on my phone and I have things on my laptop, stuff like that, but it's just having it in a thing like this that I can more so look back on and look back at the things I did. Like last year's one I had when I went to the theatre, or what films I saw, or when I went on holiday, that kind of stuff. It's just nice to kind of have. I'm so proud of my consistency in carrying on with drawing and slowly getting better at that. So it's just really what you want to make of it. If you want a bullet journal just to kind of draw every day, go for it. If you want a bullet journal to track how many steps you do, I don't know, stuff like that. It's just very simple things, and there are so many different styles of pages that you can go with. I hope this helped any of you that were interested in making bullet journals. I'm going to finish this video here. If you enjoyed it and you want to carry on watching at this pace, I do Disney videos, theme park videos, makeup videos, whatever really comes into my head videos, then please do not forget to subscribe just here, and then just here will be a link to a previous video. But until next time, bye! I still can't say goodbye properly.